Welcome to the Boys and Gold podcast. I am Ricky,
I'm Jordan.
and today we have a good episode. It's not going to be as long as last week, but
Yeah, hopefully not.
yeah. But we do have two games to go over. We had the Open Cup game. We won 1-0, and we also won against Atlanta 3-1. That was an exciting game. Both of them were pretty good games. Yeah.
Yeah, the Open Cup one was kind of
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, it's
Second half.
It's a bunch of people that don't get a ton of playing time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we saw that.
also, it was Gregush getting a start, so
Yeah.
him still kind of getting acclimated into the team. But
Yeah.
you could really tell it was a bunch of people that haven't really played together that much.
Yeah, Gregory started as a captain, so that was really good. You can
Yeah.
definitely see his leadership in the team. Hopefully, we'll see him starting soon. I mean, I like Godoy and I like Dax, but I mean, somebody else is gonna come in and gotta step up. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Dax isn't going to be around much longer, so
Yeah,
get Gregush as ready as quickly as possible.
yeah, definitely. And then Fafa, I'm sorry, not Fafa, Schaffelberg. Get him starting too.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's just the issue from the Toronto
Yeah.
game, and
I think so.
isn't because I mean I was looking around earlier. Schaffelberg and Mukhtar they're tied for our top league goal scorer this season.
Nice.
Both on 3.
Yep.
So I don't see a reason for Muil to be starting over him unless it's a slight injury scare.
Yeah, just to be careful, you know. We definitely set out a lot of our starter guys. We had a pretty decent starting line for the Open Cup. We had Panico starting. First of all, that was really good. He did a good job in the net. I think that Huntsville has been getting him, acclimated to that position and just getting him out there, getting some minutes out there. Mayer, Bauer, and Wyke in the back. It looks here as if we were playing 3-5-2. I'm not sure if Google is right, but
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
But-
I guess it would make sense to have a 3 at the
Yeah.
back at a team you're expecting. I mean, they were the USL champions last season,
Yeah.
so I doubt we roll over for them. But
Yeah.
from what I've heard, they didn't play a full strength team either, and so
Oh, that's weird. I heard. I mean, I don't know their team or anything. I did
right, I
hear
don't
that
either.
they sat out some of their players, or they went a little easy on whoever they were playing on the weekend, so that, I mean, supposedly to go a little bit harder on us. But I mean, they probably didn't have this as their focus, I guess. I don't know. Either way, it was a very defensive game.
Yeah, it was very much just a battle in the midfield.
Yeah.
That game was probably spent 80% of the midfield, more so than either team's attacking third.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bunch of knocking it around into the air, kind of a lot of turnovers as well, for both sides.
Yeah, I'm very interested in what Bauer and Wyke have to offer. Bauer for sure, just because he came in and kind of balanced us out against LAFC, or at least it seemed like it, instead of Lovitz. I like Lovitz on the sides, not in the middle. That was kind of
Well,
kinda
there
awful.
was there was a slight shift in the Atlanta game near the end that I noticed. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
bring it up once we get there, but
All right.
I think he did shift centrally
Okay.
towards the end of that game, but we'll
Hey,
get to
I mean,
that.
That'd be good. Mayer did good holding up the middle. I mean, he always does. Him and Zimmerman are pretty strong, and I'm really glad that we have that defense settled there. Of course, no Zimmerman on this game because we talked about it last week where he was a little bit like that. That he was taken out from the LAFC game because of groin issues or something like that.
Yeah, what was that you said in our group chat about him having some kind of
Oh yeah.
But
So he
not a potential long-term injury, but like taking precautions so that it doesn't
Yeah.
become one.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that in the Atlanta game that he actually started, but we had heard in the I think in the NSC Fan TV, I think Claudio he spoke about it. He said that if we wanted him to be healthy for the season, for as a precaution, getting him a few minutes off would be a good idea. And I mean that makes sense. You see what we're doing with Schafferberg.
Yeah.
If it's precaution, I'm all for it. Just have
Yes.
somebody. You know.
I was kind of surprised to see him play the full 90 then on Saturday after
Yeah,
you
for
said
sure.
that. But I mean, he looked fine.
Yeah, he was fine. I mean,
Made the MLS team of the week. So
yeah, him and Hani definitely. Yeah. So I mean, pretty much the whole game and the Open Cup was, like I said, defense. We had a goal from our first striker this year in the Open Cup, so that was really cool.
yeah, not 9 league games and 1 Open Cup game into the season. One of our strikers finally scores.
Right.
And it's
hey,
Zubak,
it's
the one that
Zubak,
hasn't
yeah.
the one that hasn't played a single league match this season.
There you go. I mean, he scored last year for us against Atlanta, so he's our Open Cup guy.
Yeah, he's our cup player for sure.
Yeah. So hopefully we see him again. I mean, of course, he'll be there next week when we have the next Open Cup game against Dallas. Of course, we draw the only MLS team in our
Yeah.
group.
Yeah, it was us, Dallas, and I think Memphis and Birmingham.
Yeah.
And of course, we drew the MLS team.
Yeah, I was looking forward for Memphis, but I mean, it's still pretty good. I think both teams, I think Dallas and Nashville are going to bring similar teams. It's not going to be the top team until it gets to like the top, I don't know, the top 4 or something like that, or top 8 maybe. So we'll see. Either way, Schaffelberg started?
Yeah, he started
Yeah,
against San
okay.
Antonio.
Yeah, he started against San Antonio. And then Fafa Pico came in in the second half.
Oh,
And yeah. And he was a firecracker. He was
one of
on.
the best single player performances I've seen from our team this season.
Man, I mean, he was just determined. He was just gonna get the ball no matter what. I was surprised he didn't get a goal.
He assisted Zubak's goal, but he created that entire thing.
Yeah, it was all him. I mean, Zubak just had a tap in. He was there at the right time, right place, right time. But yeah, I mean, Fafa just had everything.
Yeah, he was just 100% speed as soon as he subbed on. I think he came on right at halftime.
Yeah, we
Or
looked
maybe a little
dangerous
after. I don't remember, but
yeah, we looked dangerous with him and Schaffelberg. I think Schaffelberg came out a little bit after the second half. I mean, we don't need to be playing our starters, fully for the Open Cup. So,
right.
Yeah,
I was surprised to see Lovitz and Moore come on.
yeah. Moore came in.
Bunbury replaced Schaffelberg. Lovitz replaced Mayer. Yeah, Pico replaced Moyle at halftime.
Okay, so Lovitz came in for Mayer as center.
I guess so, yeah.
I would think, yeah. And then Washington just played the whole game. Gregush seemed really good in the middle. Like I said, just really good leadership and keeping the middle pretty solid. Oh, I also want to mention that 2 of the guys from Huntsville came up to play for us. Desart and Ensa, I believe. That's how you
Enza.
pronounce it. Yeah.
I would assume.
So, yeah, Ensa. Desart played for a little bit.
Yeah, he subbed on for Zubak in the 82nd minute.
Yeah, not much, but I'm glad that we are giving them some minutes up here. Maybe we'll see them again next week.
I'm sure we'll see 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much covers that match. Moving on to the next round in the Open Cup.
Yep. 1-0 in that game. That get us. I mean, there's no ties, so no carry ball or anything.
Right.
So we have to win. Yeah. So I guess we'll see what happens against Dallas. I'm pretty excited to see what their lineup is going to be like. and we had Atlanta United this past Saturday.
On to the main event.
The main event. So Atlanta came in with a bunch of supporters. I believe that at least 1/3 of Geoda's was Atlanta. Probably more than that.
Really?
Well, yeah, it was really. I mean, you could hear them starting a chant from their supporter section, at the top somewhere.
Yeah, I couldn't make the game, so.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, I'm upset I missed that one, but yeah, I knew they'd have a pretty good turnout because of I believe we're the closest distance-wise from them.
Yeah, I guess the next one would be Orlando.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean they brought up they brought a bunch of people. I started out watching the game at the supporter section, and we scored. Fafa Pico scored a beautiful goal. It was a corner. I think Zimmerman kind of headbutted it, like slightly brushed it, and then Pico just finished it.
Yeah,
beautiful.
The NSC Twitter page claimed that Mukhtar had all 3 assists, which I don't think is correct, because for number one, I'm 90% sure Zimmerman got his head to that ball on the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you don't count it because it was just a brush, but I mean
he still touched it. So
he still touched it. So it was
assist. And then for Bunbury's goal, he shot, and Bunbury collected the rebound. That's not an assist either. The only assist he got was Schaffelberg's at the end. But
oh man, and that was beautiful too.
But yeah,
I mean, all 3 goals, just amazing.
It was really funny. Like I said, I was at work, so I was just listening to it at first. I had to go back and watch it afterwards. The commentator, as we were setting up for that corner, said, "Look out for Fafa Pico on the back post here," and then he immediately scores.
he caught it right there. There you go, man. It was awesome. It was a pretty good setup there. We had everybody lined up where they were supposed to and everything. For a corner, one of my complaints is that we don't have enough people in the box, but seem like we're usually trying to wait for it outside and then try to get one of those volleys from the outside of the box or something. But I mean, this one went in. I feel like Atlanta didn't cover Pico the way that they were supposed to, and I mean, you see what happens.
Yeah, it definitely helps they had their 3rd string goalkeeper in the net.
Oof, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Guzan's out, and then their 2nd string came off early the week before with an injury, so they were playing their 3rd string.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that the keeper had anything to do with that. I mean, that was.
Yeah, I saw some Atlanta fans online saying that 2 or 3 of their defenders kind of boxed him out from rushing out to punch the ball away. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean. That was weird. I don't know. I really like. I just like I said. I like that we have people at the right place, right time. It seems like we're more dangerous than earlier in the season.
Oh yeah, if we can keep that up, we'll be borderline unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 15 minutes, especially, we were playing super high pressure and forcing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah.
And one big thing, I think, is the reason of that, we played a different formation this week. One I don't think we've seen yet. We actually played a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond.
Somebody mentioned us kind of getting into that. I don't remember where I heard that about the diamond. But, I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, I'm really glad that we can use our wingers.
Diamonds, unless it's a wide diamond, usually doesn't use wingers. So Bunbury and Pico were playing strikers. Hani was right behind them, and then Wheel and either Godoy or Dax, I don't remember. One of them was playing central defender, and one was kind of more to the right. I think Will was playing on the left or something, but kind of more of a central, just midfield role than defensive. And so that allowed felt like we had a lot more control in the midfield than we usually have.
Now the the one thing I did want to mention are possession. For all those people who say we don't have enough possession. Hey, look at that, 3-1, and we have, what was it, 37%?
I'm seeing 34% here.
34%. Oh my god.
No, if we have majority possession, I get worried because that's when we don't play well.
Yeah, that means that we're not doing the, let's see what you got, give them the ball and let's see what you can do. If you don't, then we just counter.
Yeah,
it's very risky, but I mean, it so far has been working for us, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, I have a note here. I don't know, I didn't, because I always take notes like as I'm watching so that I've got stuff to talk about here.
Yeah.
I didn't put down a minute, like when I thought this, but it was before Fafa's goal. I said Godoy and Lovitz are the best players on the pitch right now.
Yeah.
They were absolutely dominating that first half.
Hey, he tried one. Godoy tried one, and I thought it was going to go in. It was pretty close. I mean, it might have been my angle, but I know that he tried a shot. But with that said, we had 4 shots on target.
Oh yeah, 4 on target, 3 goals.
Yeah,
that's
3 goals. That's pretty good.
Great conversion rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I'm reading ahead a little bit on my notes. The only thing I have written down, 38th minute, Mukhtar is that dude. No further context, just Mukhtar is that dude.
Yeah, he is.
He must have done something impressive at that point.
I mean, he's been dribbling really good against their defense and everything. A lot of defenses. So I'm glad that he made it to the team of the match day. He definitely deserves it.
Yeah, so Hani just very clearly hates Atlanta.
Yeah. This
was his 9th match against them. 13 goal contributions.
Oof.
That is nuts. I'm not seeing the exact stats, but yeah, that's goals and assists combined, so
wow.
Ridiculous. Across 9 matches.
I mean, overall, it was a pretty clean game. I think we only got 1 yellow card. They had 3. Towards the end, they were getting pretty mad that they were losing. So I was actually kind of worried for Fafa because he was getting
he was getting hurt. Beat up.
Yeah. So we took out Fafa Pico. I know that Schaffelberg came in. I don't think that we took 1-for-1.
No, Schaffelberg came in way before that.
Yeah. So I mean, immediately you can see Schaffelberg's speed when he comes in and everything. Of course, we were already 2-1 with Teal Bunbury's attack there. We had Mukhtar coming in. Again, he just dribbled over everybody, just crossing everybody.
Yeah.
Just several crosses and then shooting in.
Once he starts doing those step overs, you know he's about to sit someone down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And you think that they know that's coming, like, hey, this is his signature.
Well, they probably know he's going to do it. They just don't know how many he's going to do, which way he's going to go afterwards.
Yeah. So, I mean, he did great. Great shot. I mean, strong shot. And then Bunbury right on it, just finishing it.
I feel like he should have passed that rather than going for goal. But, I mean, it worked out in the end, so I can't complain. But
yeah. You think that Mukhtar should have passed it instead of going for goal?
Yeah, because Bunbury and Moore were pretty open in the box.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
It worked, so I can't complain about it. But I feel like he had a better option than shooting there. But at the same time, the goalkeeper may have seen the runs into the box and expected him to pass it, and so taking the shot may have been the smarter option. I don't know. I don't play professionally, so
yeah, that's a lot of like steps ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot of things running through your mind as someone's running towards you with the ball about to score on you. So
oh yeah. So we had that. Then we had the incident, the penalty, which I was like, man, that was. I mean, it was a penalty. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. Like as a defender, you can't be coming from behind from people like that. Like the guy knew that he was, he felt him back there, and then just,
Yeah, that was the 68th minute. I have it marked down. Nothing called in the moment. Goes to VAR, which overturns it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to watch it back. The initial, like, hit or supposed hit that was called, I didn't see a whole lot in it.
Yeah. So
I mean,
he came.
Obviously, I'm biased, but
Yeah.
but
He
like,
came. Well, he came from behind.
yeah.
and-
After watching it a couple times, I
okay.
noticed that the hit. It was I think it was the right call, but
Yeah.
just unfortunate.
Yeah. I feel like he could have dealt with the ball without doing that. But I mean, either way.
I have it marked down as like just a note as I was watching the match. I wrote, "Can't say I agree. I don't think it was clear enough to overturn the on-field call." But after seeing it a couple times, I do think that was the right call. Unfortunately.
So yeah, that was converted by Almada. I mean,
Dude,
yeah.
take a shot every time Taylor Twellman mentions that he won the World Cup.
Oh my goodness, yeah. and then the thing
Every
is,
time he touched the ball, like World Cup winner here, World Cup winner. Did I
The
mention
thing is
he's
that-
Argentinian? He played alongside Lionel Messi, World
Yeah.
Cup winner.
well, he took a few shots, but none on target. Other than
Yeah, I
that
mean,
one, I think maybe
I-
no, he did take one on target. Sorry, it was pretty easy for Willis to cover it, but it was pretty dangerous. I think it was earlier in the game.
Speaking of Willis, and Almada, I think he could have done better on that penalty.
Yeah, I think that he stood his ground, but
Yeah, he made a decision in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like 9 times out of 10, a PK is going to lead to a goal.
Yeah.
And as a goalkeeper, you just have to choose a way to go and hope for the best.
He chose middle instead of left or right.
He chose middle, and it looked like he kind of prepared to go right just in case he didn't go middle, but he went left. Oh, barely left. It was still central. I think he maybe could have stretched his foot out and maybe made some contact with it, but
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the only way that the Atlanta scored a PK, so that's pretty good. We held them to 1.
yeah.
So then after that, Schaffelberg just came in and iced it at the 91st minute. That was a great ball it was a great through ball by Mukhtar. Yeah, so we had Gregory starting the play from the back, clearing it to Mukhtar. Then immediately you see Hackinson start a really nice run, drawing people away from Schaffelberg, while Schaffelberg has, I think, 2 guys in the middle.
He still had 2 on him, yeah.
Yeah. So
he cooked both of them.
Man, so when Mukhtar did the through ball, that was perfect timing because the ball went through that one guy that was covering Hackinson. Then Schaffelberg received it very well and put it through the 2 guys, and then they just kind of backed up. I mean, it was just him and the goalie, and he finished it.
It looked like they let off a bit, and then he beat the keeper at his near post.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him taking on those 2 guys, I was like, this is it. Like, he is going to score. And that was awesome. That was a great run all throughout. That was a perfect effort from everybody.
Yeah, another note I have right after that goal, I put, we scored off of a counterattack. Who'd have thought that abusing pace and beating an exhausted defensive line would lead to goals?
Yeah. Yeah, so, it's just unfair to have people like Schaffelberg, coming in later on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they're just great. I don't think that's like our strategy, but I mean overall it pays off. I mean, the first few games having Mukhtar coming in late, it's just unfair. I mean, the defenders are just done.
Yeah.
They're like, do we really need to go against this guy?
Yeah, I think that's also a reason that Pico shines so brightly in the Open Cup.
Yeah.
So he's quick already, and he came in to play second half in that match.
He's way quicker than all the other guys in there. Yeah. We'll see what he's got on the next week. I'm pretty sure he's gonna start.
But yeah, before we move to talking about what's coming up, one thing I do want to point out Well, first of all, one of our strikers scored a goal.
Hey, yeah.
Teal Bunbury.
Well, that's what I was saying. Zubak started the whole thing, the whole trend.
Yeah, great week for our strikers, huh?
Yeah.
For all of them, I would say.
Yeah, for all of them and former. for our current strikers and former strikers. CJ.
Yeah, Zubak scored Open Cup. Bunbury scored on the weekend against Atlanta, and CJ, now in Toronto, scored.
Yeah, starting his and he started. So I mean, Toronto is just desperate at this point. They're just like, let's make something happen, man. So I mean, it worked out for them. I'm glad.
I mean, you've got talents like Insigne and Bernadeschi. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You want to use them while you got them. So you need that person up there that can put away what they're creating.
Yeah, I think.
So I'd be pretty desperate too.
Yeah, I got CJ scoring a few more before the year's over. We'll see him shining over there a little bit.
Yeah, if he can gel with the Italians up there, I think he'll do very well.
Yeah. So yeah, thankfully we have strikers scoring this year.
Yeah. But no, what I was saying, I was getting to something and then scrolled past.
Okay.
Very bold letters. I wrote one of our strikers scored.
There you go.
Our second goal that Mukhtar ran down, shot. It was saved, and then Bunbury put it away. The ball that Muil played to Mukhtar there was insane.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I remember Muil had somehow like starting an assist somewhere, but yeah, that's the one, because he started it through the middle, and then Mukhtar took it. I mean, that was just perfect creativity right there. That shows you Muil can definitely do some work there.
I still prefer Schaffelberg starting over him, obviously, but
right.
There was a stretch, like a month or two stretch last season, right at the beginning, that Muil, I think, was our best player.
Yeah.
So
he scored, and he was playing really good defense and everything. I mean, overall, you can just use him anywhere.
Yeah, he's real versatile, pretty much all across the midfield. He can play just about anywhere through there. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to shine a light on that, because usually people only focus on the assist and the goal. That pass created that. So
yeah, that was the assist to the assist.
Yeah.
We definitely need to see those.
Yeah, something I was gonna bring up, because it was mentioned by the commentators during the game, that we got confirmation of today, as of 2 p.m. today. The commentators during the match said that they were talking about our situation with our DP slots and stuff, and how we have a striker taking a DP slot on loan in Mexico. And they were saying that they could see Nashville within the next 48 to 72 hours buying out Loba's contract and opening up that DP slot before the summer window opens in July, I believe. And got confirmation today. That is exactly what we did.
Yes.
Ake Loba is no longer a Nashville player.
Yeah. I mean, I wish him the best, but man, we lost there. I mean, it sucks that it took us this long to get. I mean, saying get rid of him is a bad. It's like you shouldn't really wish that, like from any player. Like it was just a waste of money when it comes to business. But I mean, it just didn't work. Like you just can't.
We spent $6.8 million on him and released him on a free.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that we got from that is whatever Mazatlan paid for this few months.
For the loan, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. He only scored a few times. People are still saying, we didn't give him a chance. Like, man, we gave him a shot. We gave him a shot in the U.S. Open Cup. We gave him a shot in some of the games. He started, I think, 1 or 2 times maybe. And, I mean, he just didn't produce. He just didn't seem like he wanted to be there.
I'd say that's the thing. Gary sees more than we do, obviously, like with training and stuff.
And we saw the training that one time, remember? at the Open when
right before it opened last
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
and so many people that were there saw him training, and they're like, that is why. That's why he's not getting minutes, and that
Yeah.
was just embarrassing.
Yeah, clearly Gary saw more than the rest of us, obviously.
Oh yeah.
That he doesn't necessarily deserve that starting spot. And to be honest, I'm glad that he didn't just look at it as, oh, we spent $7 million on this guy. We got to get
Right.
something out of him. If he's not working, he's not working. So
He's not. Yeah. And I mean, you see him coming in, and so we can see. I guess we can kind of compare it with how Schaffelberg comes in late and he scores, or he produces. We see, of course, Mukhtar, but I mean, that's a bad one. I guess you can compare it with Schaffelberg. I mean, he came in late and he produced, and you can, no matter what, you can still see his input late in the game. When Loba came in, we were just kind of like, that's another defender or whatever. I mean, like, he doesn't do anything, not even defending, because he didn't even come back. He just stayed in the top.
yeah, he felt like he was coasting.
Yeah.
Just kind of
That argument about him not getting minutes or whatever, like, you can show your skills and everything, even if it's, the last 10 minutes. I mean, show something, but he just never did.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, to be given a chance, you've got to show that you're worthy of getting a chance.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
he never showed Gary he was worth the insurmountable amounts of money we were paying him.
Man.
So,
Yeah. Hey, I mean, we cut our losses. We're gonna, hopefully we get our DP.
yeah, it's
Yep.
a big loss financially, but a massive gain, like, for the future, because now we have an open DP slot, an international slot we can use. We're definitely grabbing a striker. This is the most, like,
This is setup.
what's the word? This is the most, like, optimistic, I guess, I've been
Yeah.
about this team's future.
Man. Yeah. I mean, we need to do what, we need to win with this team now, because, I mean, we're set up. I mean, you imagine bringing in new midfielders or new whatever and just starting all over. It's not going to work. Like,
Yeah, we
right
need
now
to
we're set
get
up.
we need to get some silverware while Hani's still in his prime.
Exactly. Yeah. We need to give it to him.
If he's number one, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Number two,
Sure.
if he starts dropping off, the whole team's going to start dropping off.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
he is our center point. This team has been fully built around him, and
Yeah.
like I mentioned an episode or two ago, him being involved with like 67% of our team's entire goal stock of last season. He's to say he's the most valuable player to one team in the league is an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, this whole team revolves around him, and I mean, that's kind of scary, but at the same time, it makes sense, just because the whole team is, trying to. He puts everybody together. He's not, and the cool thing is that he's not just taking all the shots or whatever. He's not being, the center. He's actually distributing, and he's creating, and he's doing his own thing, but he's making the whole team shine instead of just one person, and that's rare. I mean, you don't get that with every.
That's like almost word for word an exact quote I saw from him earlier.
There you go.
I think it was after this Atlanta game. I don't remember who it was with, but he mentioned that he's
humble, man.
if you look at last season's stats, he got the Golden Boot with 23 goals.
Yeah.
Our second highest scoring player was CJ Sapong with 5.
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, I think his final stats were 23 goals, 11 assists. I could be wrong about that one. He's already on 5 assists this season.
Yeah.
So he's clearly, like you said, trying to let the others shine. And that's almost word for word what I saw him say in that interview, and that he's not so much that he's not trying to score as much and trying to make the others shine, but more so that I need to find it because I'm butchering
I
this.
didn't even see that, man. That was cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I need to find it really fast so I can get exactly what he said.
While you're looking for that, I'm looking at Claudio Villalobos. That's the reporter guy that comes in with Scott later on in the match. he posted something that said, after producing 2 assists in today's 3-1 win, Hani Mukhtar has now scored 4 assists on 42 of Nashville's 63 goals. So that's a 66.7% since the beginning of 2022. That's the highest percent in the MLS. I mean, Hani in his prime, man, for sure.
All right, here it is. So he said this is on the MLS website. It's an article called Hani Mukhtar flexes MVP status by giving Atlanta United nightmares.
Nice.
Little ways down in it, he says, I think it's important this year to also help the other guys to create chances, to create spots, to score goals, to give them confidence. I think in general I can score goals, but I think it's also important to help the team with assists, with being creative and putting the other guys in action.
Yep, that's completely true.
So yeah, that's pretty much word for word what you just said. Putting the other guys, letting the other guys shine. And
yeah, man. That's what centers do. I mean, he's attacking, but I mean, everybody else is benefiting off of him. I mean, having 3, he's pretty much consistently getting 3 players on him. What do you think is going to happen to the other people? I mean, they're going to be open.
Yeah, if there's 3 people on him, there's 2 of our guys open somewhere. I mean, usually that's our defense, but
yeah.
if their defenders are all crowding in one area, that's pulling their midfield deeper in to have to block our other forwards.
Yeah.
So the midfield should be opening up somewhere.
I mean, they have to account for him every single game, and the fact that he's scoring or assisting so much, even though he's getting triple team, is just ridiculous. I mean, he's an amazing player. His vision,
Oh yeah, we're definitely lucky to have him. And so I'm hoping that whoever we end up signing, there's no real rumors, I don't think, of who we're going after. I just hope that whoever we end up with is gonna gel with him really well, and they're able to just light this league on fire, essentially.
Yeah, you know what? Just tell him to call a few of his friends. I mean, just just give him. So the team is revolving around him. How about he brings up the next striker? Just give him the phone number. Go wild.
I mean I'd say it wouldn't be a terrible idea, but he's also hasn't played in Europe in 4 years, so
that's true. But hey, he would have an idea. Get him in there with the scouts. Get him in there with Gary. Whatever. Just have more. It's kind of scary to give a player that kind of power. In your team, but man, he deserves it.
Not if you're PSG.
Oh, really?
Mbappe basically owns half of that club.
Yeah, I'm sure that this time the DP is gonna be. I feel like we're gonna get a DP in the summer. I don't think that we're gonna rush it. And
yeah, I hope we don't rush it.
Yeah,
I'm still holding out for Bobby.
Oh yeah, Bobby, come over here.
I mean,
Firmino.
Obvious Liverpool bias besides, I think he's exactly what we would need.
Yeah.
He can play that striker role we need, and I think we need an attacking mid as well if Mukhtar is going to be having to be pushed forward.
Yeah.
And Firmino essentially perfected the false 9 role. And I mean, Mukhtar for the most part has been playing more of a shadow striker position where he's an attacking mid, but he gets forward and scores as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think just those two in front and behind each other would be an absolutely filthy combo.
I mean, that would be all of it, because you have the name recognition, a DP, you have the position that you need. I mean, that's gonna be pretty expensive,
and just an insanely talented player.
Yeah, insanely talented, and he's still playing for Liverpool. It's not like just somebody from the bench or whatever.
Well, he isn't starting because they've got Nunez now.
Yeah, but I mean,
he still makes a difference when he comes on.
Right. He just scored a couple matches ago. I mean,
he always scores against Arsenal.
Yeah. So I feel like if anything, the summer is gonna be it's a higher percentage that we're gonna get somebody by the summer. We're not gonna rush into this.
Yeah,
If we do, I'd
very much rather
surprised.
wait for the right guy than rush it.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. So thank you so much for listening. We are now on Facebook and Instagram. I'm trying to put some funny memes out there, trying to share whatever I see around.
I was gonna say just share whatever is sent in our group chat.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. So if you have anything to add, just send it to me. I mean, I'll put it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find us on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and also follow us on Twitter at The Boys in Gold. Pretty much the same as the Facebook and Instagram accounts, but mostly just posting when episodes go live and retweeting some of Nashville's posts. It's not super active. It's just when I remember to log into it, but
yeah,
that's about it.
All right, thank you.
Later.